Yes, guys, this is nearly last and welcome. In this video, what we're going to be doing is starting off a new series where we are going to be trying out this particular game with absolutely no perks. Now, as we already know, that with the assault rifles, the SMGs, and that you've got to be running with 6 attachments and no perks whatsoever to actually get the guns up to diamond. But for me personally, I did do one little video on this before when I did it with a shotgun, and I said, is it really viable to actually want to be running around with 6 attachments and absolutely no perks whatsoever? And I didn't think then it wasn't that great, but I thought I'd take a step back. You know, I like to be mixing things up, changing little things in the game, otherwise it gets a little bit stale and it gets a bit the same old. I like to be trying up some different classes all the time. So I've gone back to this 6 attachments to try and make this weapon as godlike as I possibly can. Now, I've tried it out on a few weapons, and I've got to say, I've been having a lot of success with it, and they really do feel extremely good once you get used to it with running no perks. Now, as we know, for person's sake, that, you know, awareness has been nerfed, so that's not quite as viable as what it used to be. We know with obviously Ghost, which is another one of those crutch perks in previous games, and that doesn't work quite as well, especially when you're running with the assault rifles. I mean, you can make it to use it to a lot more effect, but, you know, most of the time you're going to be on the mini-map and stuff like that. So for me personally, I'm not going to be missing any of them. I do miss Flak Jacket. I do come a little bit unstuck sometimes when I'm playing Domination, but for that, the movement system plays in extremely well because you can boost and jump out of the way quite easily. But I will say the only thing that does get me a little bit is the tacticals. Now, if I get a tactical concussion grenade or anything else like that, that can make me a little bit more unstuck. But apart from that, I'm not really missing fast hands or anything else like that. I mean, firstly, this gun is an absolute godlike weapon with 6 attachments on it, and I have been, like I say, having an absolute blast using it. So let's just have a little run through on the KN-44. Now, with the attachments that I've stuck on it, I've gone with the ELO sight, as we can see. Then I've gone with quick draw, and I've also gone with grip as well. Then the other attachments are a long barrel. Obviously, that doubles your maximum effective range, and personally for me, that is a bit of a must straight away, especially if you're going to be running with no perks. Then extended mags. Now, the idea of that is just so we can put as many people down as we possibly can. And then we're going to be going with high caliber. That's just to make sure that if we can get any of those headshots in, people are going to be dying a lot faster. Just give us that little bit of an extra advantage. Now, this whole little setup all together works very effectively. Now, I have teamed this up with Seraph and obviously the combat focus. Now, that's going to help me towards getting some of those score streaks. Now, that's what I mainly want to be focusing on. You can swap out some of your specialists or whatever ones that you personally prefer, but what I want to be doing is trying to get as many score streaks as I possibly can, as you're going to be seeing in this particular gameplay. Now, at the very start of the gameplay, as you see there, I had a lovely little frenzy kill there. Now, that was due to the fact that this weapon is extremely on point with the extended mags as well. You just go and absolutely mow through people, and in this particular gameplay I managed to get my R.A.P.S twice in a row, and we just went to town. And it wasn't just because I was playing with some actually half decent people for a change, but I found this across quite a few games that I actually played. So I am going to be sticking with this, and I am going to be trying this out with a lot more different guns. I'm going to be bringing you the different class setups because certain different guns need a few different attachments just to try and make them work to the best of their abilities. But for me, this is the best way to actually go with it with a KN-44 straight away, because as you can see there, it's an absolute laser beam and it is pretty much godlike. And in this particular gameplay, I did not miss the perks whatsoever, and I was quite glad that I actually had 6 attachments on because I just absolutely mowed through people. But anyway, guys, leave anything in the comments section down below. I know some people would have tried it out whilst they've been going for dark matter and that. Maybe got some different attachments and different ways they actually like to play it. Be very interesting to hear different people's points of view. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that, guys, for me, please. And please smash that like button, support my channel. This is nearly last, and I'll catch you later.